you keep it moving, only way to see improvement. Cause patience is a virtue. Don't skip the lessons for you. This ain't a race, stay your pace. Roadblocks coming for you. Life can be, don't crash. So high, just know everything is alright. It's alright, it's alright. Rain or shine.
I didn't even try it before.
It's all good. What up, y'all? Welcome to the Blazin A Trail podcast. I'm your host, Tut Kailech, a.k.a. Mr. K1. This podcast is all about giving listeners the right mindset and the perfect tools to have in their toolkit so they can start blazing their own path. All right? So we have an extraordinary guest today who is blazing a trail in their own way. We will talk about his thought processes when he started. He will give us a heads up for the pitfalls that came for him, and if this is the path that you want to take, and we hope you heed that. So this guy is a father, a musician, an entrepreneur, the owner of Capital City Hype, a member of Righteous Hand Records, owns his own painting business, also a brother of mine, and a person who knows how to push through and make something out of nothing. Everybody, the trailblazers out there listening, please, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Andrew Hill, Drewrill in the house.
Hey,
yes.
What's up, guys?
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming, brother. Before we go, here's a lyric that I really love. I'm kind of glad they counted me out. Now they can't tell me shit because I made my own route. Got them all watching like a stakeout. Can you rap that for me in the kind of cadence that you have? Because I couldn't figure it out.
I'm kind of glad that they counted me out. Now they can't tell me shit because I made my own route.
Yep.
Got them all watching like a stakeout.
Bang. Let's clap for that.
Hey.
Yes. Thank you for being here, bro.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Got one nostril working, but we here, baby.
It's a cold. It ain't.
It's okay. Y'all got that right? Not COVID. All right. So, Austin, we on this podcast, we like to help people who are going through the process of trying to obviously start their own path. A lot of the people see like their favorite entrepreneurs at the end or in the middle of where they're at, but we want to show people and give them the tips for when they're starting. So like this beginning part, we want to focus on, let's say your beginning years, your dark years, like let's say before high school ended. So can you give the listeners a kind of like a break, like just a background of you?
I mean, I could start from the very beginning.
Yeah, let's do it. We need the context.
So born and raised Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Dad wasn't really around.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up around like 13th and 8th Street, Central Lincoln.
Shout out.
Really diverse area.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she was an addict, which I didn't really know as a kid. I was like in denial
Of course.
of it. So I'd say around 11 years old, 12 years old. My older brother, he's about 6 years older than me.
You got a brother? Mm-hmm. Didn't know that.
I've got an older brother, I got a sister, and I got two twin sisters I've never met.
Whoa. Something new.
Mainly because my dad wasn't around, so
Yeah,
that's
that
why
makes
I
sense.
didn't meet them. We're in contact now, like on Facebook and shit. But
Yeah.
Can I cuss on
Yeah.
this? Okay.
Just don't do too much.
Okay. But so my brother was in a group home and my mom wasn't paying child support because he was in a group home. So, well, before that we was getting evicted from our apartment. So the sheriff came to the house.
Traumatizing. That has to be traumatizing.
Came to the house, you know, you got such and such time to leave. You know, my mom's pissed, whatever, shuts the door. Then the officer comes back, knocks on the door. It's like, oh, you have a warrant for your arrest for child support.
Wow.
So she gets taken to jail, and the officer gives me a ride to my brother's dad's house, ironically. So I go stay in my brother's room.
Yeah.
While my brother's in a group home.
That's crazy.
And so my mom's in jail, and I went to the F Street Rec like
That was
all the
religious.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the spot. Just
I did the same with the Salvation Army.
and they had this overnight lock-in. You remember those?
Yep.
And I stayed up all night just trying to forget about stuff, just trying to have some fun, and I ended up getting sick because it kind of wore my immune system down.
For sure, the stress and all that.
And I got the flu. Well, my brother's dad, Mark, he wasn't able to take me to the doctor because my mom didn't write a note saying he had like the authority to take
the guardianship.
Or whatever. Yeah. So because he couldn't take me to the hospital, he basically called
CPS or whatever.
DHHS.
Yeah.
Health and Human Services.
Yeah.
And basically they came and put me in foster care. My mom was charged with child neglect for not writing that note.
Dang. For you not being sick. I mean, for you, for them, for your parents not writing that
giving him authority to be the guardian.
That's crazy.
And basically, they show up. I'm like, well, what's going on? He was like, oh, they'll be able to help you. I can't, and within that same day, within a couple hours, I was in another family's house. I went to like the offices, they did some paperwork, figure out where to place me. And they went and put me in a foster home over in like Sheridan Boulevard, big old house.
Yeah.
Kind of like a rich family.
Yeah. That neighborhood's pretty big.
At the time, I was going to Irving. So that would have been like 6th grade. Or no, I was going to Irving. Then I went to Park because I gotten in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So I had to finish out my year at Park Middle School. I specifically remember, which is kind of fucked up, my foster parents were like, oh, go ahead and pack your bags. We're going on vacation for like a week. I'm like, okay, dope. I packed my bags, and they dropped me off at another foster home. And they went on vacation.
So they lied to you.
Kind of was like, I don't know if they lied to me, but it was just saying we're going on vacation.
And you not.
But that we wasn't including me.
I see.
Would you consider that one of your first times consciously aware that you feel like being left out? Or can you kind of pinpoint on one of the times that you were conscious where you're like, I'm an alien of sort?
Yeah, this was all just like, it was so shocking. So just like, I was in shock. It was all happening so quick. I was actually diagnosed with like displacement disorder, where when my surroundings change fast, I freak out.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think that's human.
So, luckily, crazy, my dad, who was in jail, found out my mom was in jail.
Oh my God.
So he basically somehow got a hold of his dad, my grandpa, who was fostering 2 of my cousins. My uncle gotten in some trouble and was fostering 2 of my cousins. And he showed up to my court hearing.
Yeah.
So when you're a state ward, they have court hearings every 6 months. That's just how it is. That's the timeline. So when they review the case, they're like, if nothing happens, they're like, oh, we'll review it again in 6 months. That's kind of how slow the process is.
With DHHS?
Yep. And so my grandpa came to the 6-month court hearing and was granted I was granted to go live with him, which I didn't know him because
you just knew that. Oh, that's my dad's brother.
My dad's dad. So that's my grandpa.
Your grandpa. Oh,
Yep. So this would have been probably like 8 p.m. We leave. I probably get out there around 8 p.m. because my grandpa lived in Milford. Yeah. So I just remember kind of falling asleep in the car, driving on a dirt road,
Just
going
like,
out to
what the
Milford,
heck?
and then meeting my cousins that
Never met.
I kind of have small memories of
Yeah.
meeting them when I was little. Like
Yeah.
my dad tried to be around when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just kind of like, as he got in trouble, it just there'd be a couple years I'd go without seeing him, and then, but then I was forced to go to counseling.
Did that help?
It did. It started to help. I started to open up to this guy Jeff Bowers over on
Shout
like
out Jeff.
shout out Jeff. R.I.P. Jeff.
Oh, R.I.P.
I want to say a couple months into it, Jeff got diagnosed with leukemia and died.
Damn.
The person that
You can
I
lean
could talk
on.
to.
Yeah.
It took me a really long time to be able to talk, to express myself.
Yeah, and trust them.
And after that, they just assigned me another one, and
then after that,
it
you
kind of
probably
wasn't
were,
really the same after that.
Yeah, because it's like I've created this bond with Jeff,
Just so much,
and it's gone.
so much shit was just happening.
That's
getting
all
ripped
happened.
away. Yes,
But before high school.
yes, before high school.
That's crazy.
Before high
So what kind of kid were you in high school then? Were you more of like the outgoing, or were you more closed in simply because of all that happened and transpired?
So I want to say elementary, middle school, I was a pretty bad kid.
Oh. Would you like tabletop kids and stuff like that?
No, just more of almost kind of like searching for a little bit of attention.
Yeah.
And being
Which is-
like the class clown,
Yeah.
cracking jokes. And
I'm with you on that.
and then when this all happened and like I had no escape,
Yep.
I was kind of forced to be good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you had to.
I'm out in Milford, 20 miles from Lincoln. I got just like that, separated from all my friends. A lot of my friends didn't know where I was, what happened, nothing. Like, so I went to elementary school with Chris and all them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Chris,
so-
Kenny.
Shout out them. Shout out Topher. Shout out Bars.
Shout out Toph, Kenny Bars.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so I started going, I transferred to Milford,
That's crazy.
was going to school there. I started wrestling, which I really,
Wait. How much did you weigh then?
oh man, probably like 110 pounds.
Holy, soaking wet.
My cousin, my mom's sister's son was wrestling at Southwest. And since I started wrestling out in Milford, I really wanted to go to Lincoln.
Yeah.
Go to Southwest, which was kind of on the edge of town
Yeah.
in Lincoln.
You
You know,
kinda
kind of
stayed in.
straight shot
Yeah.
from Milford. Luckily, the state was able to provide transportation, and I was able to go to Southwest.
Lit. Dab.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
back in the city.
That small town shit was...
For the birds.
Bro, I showed up. I was rocking Sean John.
Yeah.
Both my ears pierced. I was getting made fun of. They called me gay boy
What?
at Milford. And then like a couple months later, I started seeing like everyone with their ears pierced. Bro.
You broke the
I
ice. You
started
were a
that shit.
trailblazer, baby.
I started that shit. Well, so
What year? First off, what year did you graduate?
2011.
Bro.
I actually graduated early on my birthday.
I
and it
graduated
was-
2011.
I graduated early on my birthday, and it was a Friday.
Skid it.
Shit was lit.
Yeah.
So I was able to go back and live with my mom in high school. It was like a monitored situation. They'd come
You'd have somebody supervise the
Right.
whole visit.
and then I started missing school. My grades started slipping, and I actually got taken away from my mom again.
Oh. Did they take you back to Milford?
Yep.
Damn.
Basically,
Square
what happened
one.
was DHHS called my grandpa, and he showed up and was like, "I have to take you. You have to come
Just
with
out of
me."
the blue.
Out of the blue. And it was, yeah.
Bro, just thinking about that whole situation that's happened in your life, just like, yo, when will this stop?
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. There was a time, I want to say the first, like, so I was in foster care for about, from age 12 to 16, 17. Which, you know, for the first like year and a half, 2 years, my mom was like, "Fuck this shit. This is bullshit. I shouldn't have to jump through all these hoops." You know, they kind of assign the same guidelines for everyone.
Yeah.
No matter what situation you're in, you got to go to AA meetings. You got to do all this. You got to, you know, and
the welfare.
She wasn't having it, and she was an addict. I mean, she was a functioning addict. So like, we had a nice apartment. It was clean. You know, I had a safe space. It wasn't like. So my mom, she did meth. That was my dad too. They both did the shit. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of people have to make the mistakes to learn from them.
Facts.
And I'm the type of person to see other people's mistakes and learn from them.
My God. That's growing right there. When you don't have to be in the same position, but you could be like, you've seen it and they've told you about the experience. You're like, okay, bet I'm not doing that.
Facts. Why would I want to go through that?
Makes no sense.
But yeah, I finally was able to go back with my mom. I was kind of doing the bare minimum at high school. You know how you do.
I did the bare minimum.
I was so good at math, like I didn't have to do none of the homework, and I just aced the test. And finally, my counselor was like, because I was skipping so much class.
Yeah.
My counselor was like, "Yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You have enough credits to graduate. Why are you fucking off your GPA and doing all this?" And like, I was in the middle of calculus. I was about to take the second semester of calculus, and I had like a C+.
Yeah,
because once you reach calculus, math ain't easy no more.
No, at all.
And so yeah, I graduated early, and then.
So December? You graduated that December?
No, my birthday's March 18th.
Oh,
It was a Friday. That's when I graduated.
Damn.
So one semester early.
Yep. That's crazy.
So on the third semester, I graduated.
That's crazy. I was going to ask you this question. What was your real slap in the face from life when you got done with high school? But it seems like there was a lot of slaps.
I had to grow up and face realities early in life.
You're probably thankful for that. Obviously not other things that happened before, but just you got a taste of reality than most kids already.
I've said this a lot. You know, it's crazy what happened, but I'm actually thankful for every bit of it because it's made me who I am.
Facts.
And
these are the circumstances. This is what made me. I'm a product of it.
Exactly.
And like in your whole situation, you could easily be the victim. You have all the reasons to be the victim, but there's really no power in that. So now you made. So we're gonna pivot. So you're a musician. When was this? Did this start as like a form of therapy, or was it just like kind of cool? Because hip hop was definitely cool. Because you graduated 2011. This was like 50 Cent when we were in middle school. 50 Cent's coming up. The G Unit.
Yeah, bro, 50 Cent. I had a poster of 50 Cent with the shattered glass.
Yeah, Massacre.
Yep, it was a framed. I won it at the fair, bro.
At the Capital City Fair?
The state fair, yeah. Before it moved to Grand Island.
Yeah.
But like so while I was going to high school, Toph, he was going to Southwest too.
Yeah.
And I think it was.
What about Cam? Did Cam go to South?
No, he was still going to Southeast. Yeah. Chris was in a little bit of trouble, so he had to transfer schools, and
damn,
he was on house arrest and shit, some more shit. But I remember seeing him, and this was the first time I seen him since I was separated.
That's
in high
crazy.
school. I was like, I seen him in the halls. I'm like, yo, Chris. He turns around. He's like, hey, what up?
That's so.
It was
so
dope.
Dope.
It was a good moment, man. It felt like I was reunited with my childhood. Like,
yeah.
And I kind of noticed he was doing the music thing, and I kind of sat back. I admired his flow,
especially on stage. That's the first time that I was like, oh shit, maybe I could rap too.
I admired his flow, and it just inspired me. I kind of sat back, took some notes, and I was like, bro, I want to make some music.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, do it.
That paper.
He was like, man, do it. And so my mom was living above this cat on 15th and E named Vell Bacardi.
Vell Bacardi?
I don't know if you've heard of him.
What a fucking name.
Vell Bacardi. He actually got like a $250,000 record deal in the 90s, 95.
And that's like serious.
He's from Kansas City. He's like Tech Nine's cousin, bro.
Vell Bacardi.
But he's older cat. He's like, at this time he's like 50. He's like
What?
45, 50, right?
He got a deal at that?
And no. This is at the time, present
okay.
day. So he got the deal
In his 30s?
in 95, and he's telling me how, you know, kind of shit went sour. His name's Vell Bacardi. He loved drinking.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of just like fucked him off on his deal. He spent all his money, kept him drunk the whole time, and like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay us this money. Hey, get us drunk.
pretty
bro.
much he didn't know like the ins and outs of the industry until after he got screwed over.
Yeah, that's how you
So,
happens.
and he was still making music.
Yeah,
You know, he was scrapping metal cans during the day and would come home and make music. And he lived below my mom. My mom's boyfriend helped scrap metal with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to know Vell, and he was kind of my mentor on my first song,
that's what's up.
That's an insane story.
Do you remember your first song?
Loaded Mind.
Loaded Mind.
Loaded Mind.
What
It's
a
on my
powerful title.
Loaded Mind. Yeah. And
Can you remember a bar or something?
I actually hate the song. 'cause
Okay,
it was
never
my
mind.
first
Yeah.
song. It's a good song, bro. That song is my most streamed song
Real
to this
stuff?
day. Like the Philippines love that shit. I don't know. It's
They got Loaded Mind.
but because it was my first song, and I noticed like
it's more the
certain
critic
stuff, it's my
Yeah,
self criticism
Yeah.
that I don't like the song.
exactly.
And
I look back and do the same shit.
I think one of the lines I said, I was like, I grew up in apartments, focused on my pockets. What did I say? I said, I grew up in apartments, focused on my man, I can't think of it right now. That's how. But so I wrote my first song, recorded it at Sadson's because Vell was recording his album there.
At Satson's.
At Sadson's. So that was my first introduction into a professional studio setting.
Exactly.
And I knew Chris was doing the music and stuff too, and I kind of wanted to do it a little bit myself to prove that I had that
That you had it in you.
that I had it in me myself.
Yeah.
You know, something about. Okay, so Vell was planning a show at the Bourbon, and I had my song recorded. It was on Vell's hard drive. Vell's son made music too. He's actually pretty dope.
Is he our age?
Yeah, he's our age. He moved up here from KC to live with his dad, and he was gonna hop on his show. And I was eager. I was like, "Yo, Vell, can I perform my song?"
Oh snap!
And he's like, "You know what? Yeah, let's do it. I really like, I like your song. I like, so I like you, And so I'm helping him with this, kind of set up the show. We got, who was Loud Pack at the time?
Yeah, loud.
Got that shit tatted on me, bro. 402
Hell
LP.
yeah.
And then this is the Righteous.
Hell yeah, I
Cassette
love that
tape.
shit, bro. On the right hand.
But it was an exciting moment. I know Chris and them did a show before, it was, and we kind of invited all our friends to this Vell Bacardi show. And I was going to perform my song. Well, I want to say 30 minutes before set time, we couldn't find my song on the hard drive. Vell's like, "Oh, the hard drive, I left it at the house." So I rushed back to his crib, me and his son, rushed back to his crib, grab the hard drive, get back, get it to the DJ. We tell him what song it is, and when, where my song will be.
Uh-huh.
It'll be right before Vegas, it was his name.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Vegas performed.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready to perform. All my friends come out. You know, childhood friends, they come out.
Yeah, bless you.
That place was packed out, bro.
Yeah. I remember going to a 402 Loud Pack show, and that shit was
This
fun.
was Vell Bacardi's show. And...
In the back?
No, it was in the front.
Yeah.
It was in the rye room.
Yeah.
It was packed out.
Oh, shit.
Which, for me, that was just an exciting moment. First time. So... I'm like, okay, I'm about to be up next. My heart's racing. I get handed the microphone. I go up. I see like a bunch of my friends in the crowd. Someone else's song starts playing.
Damn.
I look at the DJ. He's like, didn't know what was happening. I guess he didn't have the song, couldn't find the song. I don't know, bro.
Then why'd you play it?
I was crushed.
Yes.
I was crushed, bro. I just handed the microphone to Vegas and hopped off stage. And like, actually after that moment, a lot of my old friends didn't come to my next shows.
Damn.
Because
somebody
that
else
was like my moment.
Yeah.
To show them what I got.
Exactly.
And
didn't perform.
It didn't work out. But I kept at it, and now
You're answering my own question already.
I kept at it, you know, became part of Loud Pack. Everyone's making music. I'm slowly kind of taking my own pace. Like I probably, like to this day, I probably only have like 12 songs released.
Mm-hmm.
And I started in, what year was it?
2015?
Probably.
Yeah.
2014?
Yeah.
Maybe 2013?
Because I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's got to sound right. It's got to be perfect. I got to take my time.
That's my problem. That's why there's no, in my eyes, like people are like, you need to release music. You need to go faster. I'm like, but it's not that I don't need to put out shit all the time.
Right.
But when I put out something, I feel like it's important to me, so I'm gonna put it out.
And what I've seen from you, bro, it's good.
Yeah.
For not
like it's
not being into that long, for when you did start it,
yeah.
it was dope. It was good. It was quality.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Quality over quantity.
Of that, quality. The guy who dipped out on this, Drake. Shout out Audio 22.
Drake Sobehrad, not
Sobehrad.
Not Drizzy.
Not Drizzy. Drake, who pretty much helped manufacture the sound for a lot of Lincoln local artists here.
I'm trying to think how I got connected with Drake.
I saw it from Kenny.
Right, and see, we told Kenny about it.
Yeah.
God, how did I get introduced to Drake, man? I can't remember.
Yeah, who was the first, bro? Because they opened the door.
I think it might have been Cameron.
Cameron?
I think it might have been Cameron. And then I told Kenny about it. And then he must have told you about it.
He told me about it, but he was never like, you should go here. I was just like, yo, where you recording at? And then I was like, yo, Drake, what are your rates? And I was like, that's dummy cheap. And so I went over there, made a couple of songs. And it's like, he doesn't mix it in front of you. So it's kind of scary. But once you have a song with him and he mixes it, you're like, okay, I can trust him now. If we need to make a tweak here and there,
right,
cool.
Right. So you pay hourly with him, and then basically another hourly rate to get it mixed.
Exactly.
And a lot of other places here in Lincoln, you pay like 60, and they mix it for you. They have a preset mix.
Yeah.
They click, 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 click. Oh, your song's done. You know what I mean?
You ain't putting no love into that.
Exactly. They just turning out songs to make money.
Exactly. Because they need to pay for all the electricity bill.
Low key, we was kind of salty that everyone started going to
I'm sorry.
Audio 17.
I'm sorry.
People we didn't fuck with was going there, and it's like...
Yeah, because I actually don't want to name names.
Yeah, we ain't gonna name names. This town is too small, bro. This town is too fucking small.
As we learned today.
Which is another reason why it's so hard to do anything unique here, because I feel like if you're the first to do something, it's like two or three other rappers kind of hop on that
Yep.
when they see you do it.
It's like we have limited resources here.
Limited resources. Luckily, I've been able to like record at home during this COVID situation. I just record myself, don't even try to mix it, and I just send it to the homie for him to mix it.
I'll tell you one guy though, Vaughn makes hits.
Yeah.
Yep. That's who I send a
That's
lot of my stuff to.
Small world. That's my girl's sister's baby dad.
Yep. Anaya? Is that her their baby
Anaya's dad?
Yeah.
So Kiana's baby
Kiana.
dad.
Shout out Kiana. I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's doing good.
Okay, let's say this. This dude, Drewrill, follow him on Spotify. We'll put it up here. This is the link. Go look him up. He has, in 2019, 9.3 thousand listeners, 444 hours, and a streaming total of 18.2 thousand streams on Spotify.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
So he put in work for 2019.
Hey, I tried, man.
Yeah.
That's self-promotion, you know? You gotta... Every your favorite artist pays for promotion.
Facts.
Pays for their placement.
Just a couple, 40 to 60, or maybe $100 will put you out there.
When they have a budget of like 50K, 100K.
You're gonna be on Rap Caviar.
To be the face of Apple.
Yeah.
That banner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe Drake don't have to fucking do that. Like J. Cole don't do that shit. He just drops it and
no promotion.
Nothing. It's a surprise, but all your favorite artists, and for some reason in this city, bro, if you pay for promotion, it's perceived as you're paying for views. You're paying when, like,
makes no sense.
They'll be like, "Oh, I'll take my organic."
Yeah. You can do it if you want.
My 100 views are all organic. I ain't about to pay for views. I'm like,
all right.
You're not paying for views. You're paying to get your music in front of people's faces.
It's the same thing. Oh, these are the new radio stations. So I'm going to pay just like a label pays to go put my music in rotation. You think it just happens sometimes so randomly that they get lucky with that.
There's a difference between paying to play and compensating someone who fucks with your music.
Facts.
Because when you pay to play, someone with their shitty music can have the DJ play their song. Because this DJ is just letting anybody give them money to play their shitty song. Whereas a DJ will play my shit because they actually fuck with it, and I'm gonna compensate them. Like, why wouldn't you? You know, it's a respect thing.
Exactly, a mutual agreement. So now we're going to pivot. Y'all see his shirt? Capital City Hype. Make sure y'all follow it.
Boom. Zoom in.
Yeah.
Drop ship. You know, capitalcityhype.com. You can go get these.
Get it personally delivered sometimes?
Oh, actually, no, not for these. It's a drop ship. So
okay, perfect.
It'll get shipped to your house.
But the actual products. Yeah.
Yes, the products, Yeezys.
Bro, I keep coming at Drew. I need some shoes, but then
what size you wear, bro?
12. I don't have like 9s and 10s are like fucking popular.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's most people's shoe size.
That's my size.
Jack, what size shoe you wear?
12.
Yeah, we're gonna put Capital City Hype up here, so y'all make sure y'all go follow on Instagram. Give the man a like. Go look at his catalog.
He also has a website. I do customs too.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I paint on Air Forces.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just fucking with Air Forces right now. Don't hit me with some random Jordan you want me to airbrush. I'm hand painting these shits.
That's crazy. So, okay. What led you into thinking about buying, selling like a lot of these like streetwear items, these high demand shoes?
My sneaker collection was getting outrageous.
How many shoes do you have right now, just to start?
When I started, before I started, I probably had I probably had 60 to 80, maybe 100.
Do you have them on a schedule? You should have a calendar on this day.
Right. No, I just love shoes,
Monday
man.
the 27th.
And I started, you know, because I was working at Target, and my uncle owns a painting business, and I started making decent money, and I was, started buying the shoes I've always wanted growing up. I didn't have shit, didn't have money to get that shit. And I could do it, and I find, like, it hurts me now because some of my shoes in my collection I completely overpaid for.
Yeah.
Like, I overpaid for them, but it didn't matter.
Because you got them.
Because that's the shoe I always wanted, and, like, you get that feeling of, like, almost a feeling of success.
Yes.
When you rock those shoes.
It's like, oh, I know you see my shoes, bro.
Like, my first shoe, and I love these shoes, the Jordan 11 Retro.
Just the
Gamma. Gamma Blues.
So with the blue logo, a blue Jordan logo?
It's a light blue Jordan logo with, like,
I have those in the car. They're my hooping shoes. They're probably not the best, but...
Hey, they probably still worth something, bro.
Yeah.
You got the Gamma Blues, bro? You hooping those?
Yeah.
You crazy?
Because my brother gave them to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know nothing. I was like, oh, some 11s.
I think
cool.
I paid... They're probably more now, but I paid like $450 for them.
I wouldn't have hooped if I would have known that. I wouldn't have hooped.
That was my first pair of shoes that I bought. That was super expensive.
But did you know about this resale culture?
I didn't know, but I was, I was seeing online some documentaries of these, like, 19-year-old kids making $1 million in a year.
Ben, what's his name?
Ben Kicks?
Yeah.
Benjamin Kicks?
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw him going crazy.
I seen a documentary. This dude was making $1 million in a year by reselling shoes. He was backdooring shoes. He would pay, like, whatever, $2,500 to some cat at Foot Locker, and he'd backdoor him like 100 pairs of shoes, and he'd flip them, and he kept doing that.
Plug.
Right, you can't do that no more.
Yeah,
bro.
I was just gonna say.
Foot Locker, Finish Line, all them got it.
Limit 2?
Lock. They got that shit on lock where you have to scan the receipt and a bunch of shit, like.
Damn.
So, but basically, I seen my collection. It was getting big, and I had this addiction. I had this addiction of buying shoes.
Would you buy them and then sell them to just?
No, I just had my collection. I loved fashion. I loved, also being a rapper.
Facts.
Like, you gotta love fashion.
Yeah.
And
it's a part of the culture.
I'm not like, oh, I have to love fashion because I'm a rapper, but
it just
I just love fashion, bro. Yeah. And
ain't nothing wrong with it either.
It's another form of expressing yourself in this world of uncertainty and
facts.
Like,
bro, we've had fashion ever since we had clothes.
Exactly.
Since young, like,
you want to stand
out.
out.
All days, like, whoa, where'd you get that skin? You know?
What saber tooth?
Yeah. She's like, whoa, I need that.
So I was like, how can I keep this addiction and make money off of it?
That's how everything starts.
And so I had like $1,000. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and he's now the homie. I didn't know him at the time, but Mason Alice. I don't know if you know him.
No, I don't.
I had hit him up. He was selling some shoes or something, and then he had sent me his pictures of his whole collection, some other stuff he might sell. I bought 5 pairs of shoes on him for $1,000.
Holy shit!
Which came out to $200 each, and like, one of those pairs I was able to sell for $350, $300, $250. So I was like, oh shit, I could really do this.
Yeah. What was the first shoe that you sold?
I want to say the Zebra Yeezy.
Weren't those one of the first? No. I know what you're talking about. I remember. They almost look fake to me. The first Yeezys ever. I was like, why are people wearing fake Yeezys? But they were actual Yeezys. I was like,
right.
Oh, fuck.
Those ones were like super hard to get.
What are they called? Can you look it up?
Like the turtle, like the turtle
dove?
The doves.
Oh shit.
Man, I should know this shit.
Because the bottom of them?
I'm in this business. I should know this shit. But
bro, but there's so many shoes. How can you be so... you can't be mad at yourself for that. Turtle dove? No, just the doves?
The version 1 Yeezys.
That's crazy.
And like all those are fucking super expensive now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, bro. I
Yep.
honestly thought they were fake, bro.
Yep, those are the ones. I've always wanted a pair of those, bro, but I've never gotten them. Those shits.
Like my roommate, she had those.
What?
My old roommate, but I knew they were fake, though.
Yeah, see, yeah, there was so many fakes going around.
So I'm so confused on which ones are the fakes. How can you tell if a
I
shoe
bet
is
you all
fake?
those photos are real, but then once you get the
Oh, that's how they
shoes,
trick people?
right?
So that's why they have certificates and pictures and everything.
I remember
like that?
seeing not so much certificates. You gotta have a receipt or like an email, but basic. So like at some of
dashes.
these shoes will have like a lip. You grab on the back of the shoe to pull your shoe up. Some of them will have, well, not some of them, but the turtle, they'll have like a certain amount of stitching dashes on the back. And you count them and you compare them to the pair you got, and if it doesn't match up, they're fake.
What?
They've got some crazy fakes now, bro. They're getting blueprints of the actual shoes.
So you never really know.
It's hard. I've actually gotten a pair of fake shoes with a receipt on them, and I was looking online,
China getting real good.
getting a legit check, and I remember one of them was like, if you get a receipt with the name Mario something on it,
Yeah.
and my receipt had Mario on it. I'm like, I hit dude back. I'm like, yo, bruh, I'm not saying you finessed me, but you got finessed.
Yeah.
So hit up whoever you got these shoes from, because like I always give people the benefit of doubt.
Yeah,
man.
because
I don't jump the ass, and I understand they have good intent, and sometimes it doesn't always work out.
Overshadowed, yep.
And so, which it worked out fine. He came back through, gave me my money back.
That's what's up. Reputable guy.
Respect. Respect.
Okay, I see you always wearing a fanny pack and you're not wearing one right now.
I was actually about to grab it on the way out, but I was in a hurry. I wanted to be here, so I left it.
The Supreme.
The Supreme.
How much do those run?
The one I have,
Like
it's probably about 200 now.
Yeah.
Maybe 250.
Do you prefer more of the messenger style, or do you prefer more of like the literal fanny pack?
I prefer the
messenger?
the crossbody.
Yeah.
Which, if I got a fanny pack, I would still rock it crossbody.
Yeah, because like when I rock a crossbody, it rubs. So
Okay.
sometimes I'd rather almost have the messenger style,
Right.
just like the one that you be wearing. Yo, first off, before we go, sick with you and Hakim. Shout out Hakim.
Hey,
All caps.
shout out
What's
my boy.
happening? When y'all went to GP Customs, whose Tesla is that? Is that theirs that they did?
That was one of their customers' Teslas.
Oh, they don't know.
Bro, everyone's cool with.
Was you blowing?
Yes, it's in the video.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but like, was they cool with that too?
They was cool with it, man. I think one of his good friends owns a dispensary or some shit in Colorado.
Yeah, make sure y'all go look up his music video, "Sick," featuring
Hakim.
Yeah,
Yup.
he's dripped up, bro. You got the Kappa pants.
I went
the
all
Tommy
out.
shirt.
I went all out.
Yeah, the Count It Up though, I was like, oh, who did y'all know in Cali?
Excuse me.
Skate? Does Bucky? Shout out Bucky P. I've never met the guy, but he seems like a really cool guy.
Buck, man, he inspires me, bro. I'm a true fan of Bucky's music, man.
Bucky goes hard,
bro. He kills shit.
Yeah,
And he makes beats.
yeah,
and
bro. I know.
Bro,
Austin talks to me about him all the time, and I'm like, yo, I need to meet this cat.
bro, Buck's cold, man.
Bucky
He's
P on
completely
Instagram.
underrated, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's friends with Skate. He was out in Cali living with them. They had like roommates. They was all pitching in for a place, and I had this beat from Raul, the producer. Shout out Raul.
From High Volume?
High Volume.
Shout out my guys, man.
He's completely underrated.
Yeah.
Man, I'm doing all this shout outs. Everyone's gonna start.
Everyone's
gonna start hitting up the people I get beats from, man. So. See, that's the thing about small city, bro. Everyone.
Small city, big dream. Shout out
Hey,
Kenny
shout
Bars.
out small city. For real, yes.
He's gonna be on here soon.
You got to keep things a secret, but I'm revealing it.
Raul. Okay, I won't say it again.
But Raul.
Raul,
He's a dope artist too.
They work hard too.
He makes paintings. Yes, bro. They all got their own hustle and drive.
We all trying to make it, man.
It's just trying to do what you love every day and make money doing it.
Facts. So, okay, let's say if you were someone just starting out this resale company, what are like the legal things that you have to look out for? Do you have to have a resale permit, a sales tax permit? What are the things?
I'm still working on that.
We're working on that.
We still under the table right now.
Yo,
I'm planning to document everything January 1st. It makes everything official.
Heck yeah.
Business account. It's so hard to keep track of everything because I'm self-employed with my painting as well. And
so the accounting and
that's
that
even
too.
hard. That's a whole nother ball game. You gotta pay taxes. But since I got my own website and everything now, it's keeping track of all the sales.
Exactly. That's why I think everybody needs a website. If you start any kind of business, it's easy to track.
You're able to type in what you paid for the item, and it keeps track of all that. And you know, I gotta start paying taxes on this shit.
Yeah, but bro, I still pay taxes for Yale. That's what sucks. Because at first, when I was doing it, I work for the city. My supervisor, he runs his own company, landscape, called Mike's Organics. But he was like, Tut, you need a sales tax permit if you're selling clothes online. I said, what? He's like, yeah, if you don't, sometimes you could just get audited and they just.
Yep.
I was like, whoa.
It happens. So you go online and you get an employment or a number.
Yep, EIN.
EIN. Yep. I was actually talking to my
identification number. I'm about to make my shit LLC. Isn't the painting an LLC? Or is it more sole proprietorship?
It's a sole proprietor.
Yep.
I don't have any loans out on it, it's like the LLC protects you from
getting sued and stuff like that.
Right. So if you want to file bankruptcy on your business, it only goes for that business and they don't attack your personal funds.
Yep.
Which is crazy, bro. A lot of people, rich people, bro, they call them like grim reapers.
Yep.
They'll go buy a huge business that's doing well, take out a bunch of loans on the business, kind of bleed the business dry.
And then file for bankruptcy. It's a sport out here.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
How is that not illegal?
Yeah, it is.
It is illegal?
No, they do it. The way America is set up for businesses, and people can't do that, and they hide behind the corporate veil, so they don't get in trouble for it. The business is out. There's nothing for you to take out of the business. There's no assets, so everybody's off the hook, and you can't get in trouble for that.
That's wild.
That's the shit. Like when we grow up, most of our parents were just going through the motions of survival, there's these things we don't know.
Exactly.
So like if we were to know these kinds of things, we can help use the
financial
system to our
literacy.
benefit. It's so big, bro.
I'm still learning things.
It's a ever learning game, bro. I don't even know if that's a word. Ever learning.
Everlasting.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, I asked you, what about a sales tax permit? Okay. Does the Bay still have that
pop-up?
The pop-up shops.
I haven't done that in a long time. I'm sure they stopped doing it because of COVID.
COVID, man.
I'm currently working on putting a sneaker expo together.
Like a pop-up? Bro, you should.
No, like an expo.
Okay.
Where I bring, any vendor can come out, get a table. And so it's like a convention.
Yep.
Like SneakerCon.
Yep.
Shout out SneakerCon.
Host my boy one time.
Hey, SneakerCon app is dope too. Y'all go check that shit out. Yes. SneakerCon app. They have no sales tax days. So you can
Oh shit. That's a flex.
So you'll get an email of, today's no sales tax and you can get all your money. They take no fee. You can adjust the price accordingly for sell it quick. Yeah. Because on them sites you got to up your price a little bit to cover the fee that they take out. SneakerCon's dope.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I'm trying to put together my own convention. I know, a couple other resellers was trying to do it together, but on a business aspect, like I feel I can't put Capital City Hype's name on something that I don't have control of.
Facts.
And I feel like
because it is connected to you, and that's not a good juju.
That's shout out those guys. 402 Souls, 402 Shoe Shop. They're dope.
Are these guys here, literally in Lincoln?
Yep.
Where at? I've never heard of them. Are they don't have a brick. They don't have a brick and mortar. It's just more online.
They just crazy. 402 Souls. His dad was my wrestling coach in high school.
Milford?
No,
Southwest?
high school, Southwest.
Yeah.
Coach Morrow. Shout out Coach Morrow.
Bro, okay. What is other than SneakerCon? What is a place or an event any starting reseller should visit to see the culture in full effect, so they can get a taste of it all?
Definitely SneakerCon.
Yeah.
My first time going to SneakerCon was last year.
Is that what
it was in
made
Chicago? SneakerCon Chicago.
Is that what made you kind of like? Actually, I'm gonna start doing this.
Oh, this was already when I was deep in the game.
Okay.
I had never been to a sneaker convention. I had tried to go to the Fake Expo.
The Fake Expo?
Fake Expo. So, fake stands for fly ass kicks every day.
Oh shit!
Not fake shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get it twisted. I don't rock fakes.
That's crazy.
Y'all, there's the fake Lincoln or fake marketplace on Facebook.
Fake marketplace. We'll put that.
Fly
up.
ass kicks every day. They dope. I remember I was trying to go to their expo in Omaha, and I showed up a day late, and I had like a bunch of shoes
That's
packed
upsetting.
up. Yeah, it was. So it was like a 2-day event. They were the first day, and the second day was like some video game stuff.
Oh,
and I had showed up on the second day by accident, and
you were upset.
I was like, "Damn!" It was in Omaha.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's not that bad.
And yeah, they're dope. They're doing a virtual expo this year, so an online expo. Like,
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like forward thinking for sure.
Yeah.
Applaud them for that. That should be dope. I'm curious to see how it turns out. But I'm definitely trying to find a big space where everyone could spread out healthily, in a safe way because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a flyer made up as we speak. Still kind of looking for the location right now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping before the end of the year.
Is SneakerCon always in a different city?
It's like a touring convention.
Oh.
So they'll go to the major cities, Chicago, LA, St. Louis.
Oh shit.
And
kind of stay in the Midwest.
Yeah, that's the epitome of sneaker conventions. SneakerCon is
literally called SneakerCon.
SneakerCon. They're dope, bro. They're dope. And you can go there and they'll actually legit check your shoes for you. So if you have any
sneaker checks. I've heard of that before. But how much does that cost if you needed a sneaker checked?
You know what? I'm not sure actually. Probably, I don't know.
I feel like that's another hoop to go through. So, okay, pivot again. Before you perform live, what are your rituals? Like, what do you do throughout the whole day before you know you have to perform live?
I mean, I just try to make sure I'm listening to my music all day. I don't smoke before.
I don't smoke before a show either.
I can't. I've actually fucked up my lyrics before.
Bro, that's one of my scary moments.
Yeah, I've fucked up my lyrics before because I was like stoned performing. Now I'm like, all right, let's light up after we successfully kill the show.
This is a reward now.
Exactly.
Okay, so
I actually usually the performance days is so busy, so
I kind of hate it, bro.
I love it.
In a sense, it's like, oh, there's another fire I got to put out. There's another fire I got to put out.
It's almost that build up, that build up of anticipation, and you're anxious, and you want to get it over with, but
you don't want it to
be over.
You
don't want it to end.
How do you feel on stage when you first started to now when you're more comfortable? Is it more like I'm kind of nervous when I'm not talking and it's just quiet? Do you feel nervous at those times? I used to.
I kind of black out on stage. Bro.
Damn.
I always ask people how was it? How was I? How did I do? And they're like, yo, you killed it. You belong there.
Yeah.
You act like you belong there.
Yeah.
When I'm always I'm super nervous. I'm always nervous.
I think everybody is. They just don't show it as much.
I guess probably because I've just observed so much, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a show me how to do it and I'll do it.
Like when we saw Talib Kweli in Omaha.
Yeah,
You remember that,
dope.
bro?
That was
I
dope.
like, oh, what up, Drew?
Talib,
Watching
that was my
Talib.
first. That was my first like '90s hip hop concert, bro.
I think that was mine as well. Dog, that first guy that was in front of him, he was dope, but I couldn't figure out his name. Do you know a dude named Tokyo from Chicago? Towkio, Tokyo. He kind of looked like him, but yeah, he makes music with Chance, but they kind of make similar music. But it's so dope that we saw him too. Anyways, what are some things that you like to do other than being a father, a musician, doing reselling? Like, what are your hobbies?
I ain't got time for hobbies, bro. Those are my
you
hobbies.
You don't hoop, bro?
I mean, I play a little 2K. I hooped all the time when I went to the F Street Rec as a kid. But, you know, then I got into wrestling, and that was my passion. It's completely unforgiving sport, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was knocked out in practice. I was completely
We were talking about
knocked
that.
out.
Wrestling practices are nothing to play with.
Bro, I got knocked out clean in practice just by live wrestling an opponent. Basically, he faked in a shot. He faked a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I, responded accordingly. Mm-hmm. As he was coming back up from faking, I was going down, and the back of his head hit my cheekbone, and I was out cold, bro.
Oh man!
And I remember calling. I do remember calling Coach over and asking him what happened. But I don't remember asking him 4 times.
I do not remember.
That's when he realized something's wrong.
He got a concussion.
He asked me 4 times what happened. And then my eyes swelled shut. I was, I couldn't remember if I drove to school.
Concussion.
It was actually, we was practicing during Thanksgiving break, and the trainer asked me what holiday we just celebrated. I didn't know.
Yeah. You definitely shouldn't be wrestling at all, right?
Bro, yes. It's a love-hate relationship with that
You're
sport.
battling yourself every day.
It is. It's a team sport when you're in, during practice, you push each other. Mm-hmm. But it's an individual sport. It's all on you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You can't call on someone to help you out. It's
no
all
tagging.
on you.
This ain't WWE.
Right. And I remember puking every other day in practice, bro.
Oh my God.
Running the halls.
Did you have to cut much or no?
Yeah, I would hover around 135 and I'd cut to 125. Cut 10 pounds. I remember
Eating half a granola bar for the whole day.
Mm-hmm. I 2 days before a wrestling meet, I'd be at the YMCA with trash bags on my body.
Sauna suit?
No, I'd literally go get trash bags, cut a hole for my head and my arms, put it on, get a trash bag for my right leg, trash bag for my left leg, put tight sweatpants on over it, a tight sweatshirt, and go run on the elliptical. And I remember I lost 5 pounds in 40 minutes just from water weight.
Oh my God.
And that's not healthy, bro.
Not one.
We didn't know what the fuck we was doing. We was diehard wrestlers,
We
bro.
gotta make weight,
We
bro.
was the day of the wrestling meet, we'd be at school with an empty Gatorade bottle, sucking on Jolly Ranchers, spitting in the bottle, trying to lose weight, bro. I swear to God. Doing anything. And then I'd weigh in at 124.8.
Feeling great.
I would weigh in naked.
What? You could do that?
Yes, you can do that. You could take off all your clothes. I'd cut my shit, cut my balls and shit. Stand on the scale. They have the ref, looking at the shit. And
literally naked?
Literally naked, because your underwear, that's an extra 0.5 pounds.
And you skated by with just 0.02, huh?
Right, and
Oh my god.
then I'd have like a foot-long sandwich ready with
What's
a whole
had?
Gatorade to down.
What's had?
Because, once you weigh in, you can eat as much as you want and gain that weight back. You
How
have
many
like,
hours until you have your actual match though?
I want to say you'd weigh in at like 4:30. You wrestle at like 5:30.
But you don't want to have too much fucking food.
That's true, because there's been people who vomited.
Yeah, bro.
During-
Because
yeah.
your body's not used to it. Like, what the hell is that you just put in me, bro?
Pretty much, yeah.
Bro. Question. Because I saw you shoot a basket. That's why I asked, what do you do for hobbies? I just saw you shooting a basketball backwards.
I was messing up.
Looking at.
I was messing around. Yo, that was my third try. Don't try to do me on. I tried that 200 times. No, that was my third try. My girl can vouch for me on that one. She actually was like salty, like that I made it on the third try.
Because Carissa used to be a hooper too.
Yeah, she was.
So did Kiana.
She's got that form, bro. She can actually
from our
hit some shots.
Bartek, yeah, she was a shooter. Her Lizzie,
She'd got
Lizzie, don't you?
Yep.
Lizzie's in the shoe culture, isn't she?
Yes, she works at Foot Locker.
Oh yeah, right. I just bought shoes from her.
And then
Some Kyrie.
Carissa tore her ACL.
Yeah,
At
Did
a
she do
Southwest game. So every time we go by,
meant to be.
every time we go by Southwest, she's like, "Fuck that school." I'm like, "Hey now, hey."
Oh shit, man. Drewrill, I would like to thank you, man. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Man.
Thank you all for listening. We are in for a great ride, aren't we? Just so you guys know, we've had to change the camera a couple of times. We've had to re-record a couple of times.
They gonna edit it.
So there's a couple of times that we jump. Just bear with us, all right? Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Blazin A Trail Podcast. Where can we find Capital City merch and your music?
You can check me out at my business at Capital City Hype
Yep.
on IG, Facebook. I'm normally pretty active on IG. That's like the main.
Perfect.
And then you can, if you out of state or whatever, capitalcityhype.com. It's got everything on there. And for my music, at Drewrill, that's DREWRILL. My name's Andrew Ryan Hill. So I just
That's
Drew.
yeah.
There's already an artist, Drew Hill.
Yeah.
Was it an R&B singer, Drew Hill?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't really do that.
Yeah.
And so I just replaced my middle initial with my last name initial, Drewrill.
Yeah.
It just flows.
That's so dope.
You know what I'm saying? So, you check me out on YouTube, Spotify, anything you like to listen to,
Hell
any
yeah.
platform. Check me out, man. I got more music coming.
Perfect. So if you guys know a person that would be great on this podcast, make sure to hit our boy Drewrill up, hit me up, or hit Jack at Buchanan_Jack. We'll also put that up. All right. So thank you, Drewrill, for being our guest.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
This
you guys
was
for
fun.
listening to Blazin A Trail Podcast. As always, and as always, it always starts with you because you are the one. So make it happen.
Make it happen, Captain.
Episode 2.